Hello. I really don't even know if this is on or not, but whatever. Hey y'all, it's your girl Josiah, and I'm super excited because this is my very first episode of my new show Tip Talk, where this is the first episode of my new show Tip Talk, where we'll be discussing everything nail related. Okay, today's episode is gonna be just like a little introduction. I'm gonna be telling you guys how I became a nail tech. Not really how I became a nail tech, but like my journey to becoming a nail tech. I'm gonna describe where I was before I started doing nails and where I am currently with my nail career. Let's get into some things, okay? Way back in 2014, I had just graduated from high school and I went to Old Dominion University for my freshman year of college. Once you graduated from high school, you went to college. Like, that was just the next step. I never had any other plans, never really thought about my future like that. So I went to ODU. And maybe for like the first year that I was there, I tried to go to class. I tried to, turn into work and do all the things, but it just was not clicking. Like, I don't know if I wasn't smart enough or if I just didn't have enough discipline. Like, I don't really know what, but college just was not for me. From 2014 to 2016, I was in school. Towards the end of the semester, it just hit me that I just did not want to continue to go to school anymore. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that whatever I was going to do was going to be something that I actually liked and something that I actually enjoyed. When I was in school, I was on Instagram real heavy. I've always had an interest in nails. I never thought that I personally could do nails, but every 2 weeks would get my nails done and I would always get, crazy designs and stuff. I was going to the local nail salons, and the work that I would see on Instagram, local nail salons, they could never do it, or they would try to do it, but like it would never be the same. I just got tired of spending my money and not getting the design that I asked for. At the time, I'm pretty sure there were, black nail techs, other nail techs of color or whatever doing nails, but I didn't know any of them, and I was a college student at the time, so I really couldn't afford to have like a personal nail tech. It was really like a light bulb moment. Like, okay, I'm gonna do nails. Like, I'm gonna be a bum-ass nail tech, and that's just gonna be it. Finally, decided officially that I was gonna drop out of school. I went to go tell my parents. They were not happy. They told me that I was gonna be, cut off. I would have to become an adult. And at this time, I was like 1920. I'm not really good at math. But anyway, I was still young. That was really scary for me to now, have to become a full-blown adult and take care of myself. They told me that I wasn't going to make any money. I'm going to work for the Asians for the rest of my life. I would never be successful. I could never, sustain any type of lifestyle doing nails. And you never want to hear stuff like that, especially when you're young. You think that your wildest dreams can come true, and they can, but stuff like that can be very hard to hear. It was hard to hear, and it did make me sad, and also made me feel like I wanted to show everybody that I could be successful. Because when I say I saw these girls in New York, Miami, Atlanta, first of all, working with celebrities and having celebrity clients, but they were making money, like good money. There was no way you were going to tell me that I wasn't going to be able to make any money as well. I don't know how I thought that I was going to be like the first black nail tech in Richmond, but that's just how I was feeling at the time. That was my plan and that was my goal after dropping out of college. I guess you could say that light bulb moment was like the moment that I began my nail tech journey, but I really didn't start the actual process of becoming a nail tech until much later. I can go more into detail about everything that happened. This is a much simplified version. But after I dropped out of high school, after I dropped out of college, me and my best friend at the time had decided to move to Atlanta. From 2016 to 2017, like the very end. No, 2016 into 2017, I was working at Amazon to make enough money to move to Atlanta. At the end of 2017, I was in a relationship with a guy, and something had happened between us two. When that thing had happened, I went into like a deep depression. When I made the decision to move to Atlanta, I was running away from the fact that I had just dropped out of college and I had worked for a year and a half and was still like not on track to becoming a nail tech. I had no money. Like, I had no idea how to be an adult at that time. Blowing all my money, not saving, just outside living life. So it was stupid of me to relocate to a different state and bring him with me. That was so dumb. We ended up moving to Atlanta together with my best friend at the time. So a toxic relationship, on top of the fact that we just moved to a different state, on top of the fact that you ain't got no job, I don't have no job, come up with half of the rent because we're also living with my best friend. It's just a lot. 10 out of 10 not recommend, but that's just the type of time I was on at that time. So something had happened though before we had moved. So I was already like in a deep depression. And because of the mental state that I was in, on top of still being with my toxic ass boyfriend, at that time, I was not myself. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just was not myself at that time. And I was not a good person. I was trash, bro. I was treating everybody like doo-doo and ended up losing my best friend because of that. Everything had just become worse. I was a college dropout, in a toxic relationship, trying to run away from all of that stuff, but ended up bringing some of that baggage with me, and I'm not able to hold my weight with my best friend. So all the bad things that could have happened were just happening back to back to back to back. I'm full on depressed at this point, and I didn't want to work. I knew that I had to work. I knew that I needed to, come up with my half of the rent, but like mentally and emotionally, like I couldn't. I ended up falling out with my best friend over it, and I ended up having to move back to Richmond. I'm even more depressed because I dropped out of college, tried to move to Atlanta. Now I have to move back home, and I was still with my boyfriend. That just got worse and worse and worse. I moved to Atlanta January 2018. July 2018, I moved back to Richmond. Once I moved back to Richmond, I moved back to my mom's house. I was still with my boyfriend. The end of 2018 going into 2019, my boyfriend got an apartment and I ended up moving in with him. That was even more stupid because we were already having we had been having problems since the very beginning of our relationship. Before we went to Atlanta, like something like tragic had happened. I was still like, I still want to be with you. I still love you, blah, 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 blah. Let's, try to make this work. We moved to Atlanta, we started having even more problems. Moved back to Richmond, and I was still like, bro, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm trying to work it out. Like, I don't know why I was trying to force it. Like, girl, listen, if you ever find yourself forcing a relationship, baby, let it go. Just let it go. We were having problems literally since the very beginning of our relationship. Moving in together just made everything like 10 times worse. The toxicity could only last for so long. We lived together maybe like 9 or 10 months, like not even a full year. Nearing the end of 2019, we broke up. I moved back home. Dropped out of college and was living at home. Moved to Atlanta, had to come back and live at home. Then I moved in with my boyfriend. Broke up with my boyfriend. Had to move back home. So I was just like, girl, I had all these failed plans and I still was not on track to becoming a nail tech. Like, I hadn't done anything to become a nail tech at this point. 2 whole years had went by and I literally had nothing to show for it. Like, absolutely nothing. Really, really, really sad at this point. Like, girl, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no friends, you don't have no home. Like, you living at home, but you don't have no home. Like, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. Right before I got ready to officially move out of my boyfriend's apartment, there was a nail tech, Nuni Torres, and at the time he was launching a product line. I remember it was like $200. I literally spent the last $200 that I had to my name on this kit. And basically the kit was a learner's kit, and it came with everything that you needed to start basically a full set of nails. A practice hand, it came with liquid, it came with powder, brushes, a top coat, like everything. The same day that I received the kit, I started practicing nails, and I have not done anything else since. I practiced maybe for like a year and a half, teaching myself how to do nails, and I wasn't doing it on other people. I was terrified to do anybody else's nails. For the most part, I was learning everything off YouTube and just, by practice. I did some research, and I knew that if I wanted to get my license, I would have to go to nail school. Every time I would Google like nail school, a place like Empire Beauty would pop up, but Empire Beauty was a cosmetology school, and I did not want to do cosmetology as a whole. I just wanted to do nails. So I had to do a deep dive basically to find the school that I ended up going to. I found LB Beauty Academy. They have cosmetology, they have barbering, they have tattooing, they have aesthetics, they have nails. I was really excited about the fact that it was a nail only class and I didn't have to do the entire cosmetology course. The main reason why it took me so long to actually start my journey to become licensed nail tech is because I could never get the money. I was working a million different places. I was working at McDonald's, I was working at H&M, I was working at all the call centers, the results, I was working at Condoin, I was working teleperformance, like every place that's like known for people to be working at, I was working there. I wasn't really making any money to begin with. When I would get money, I would just spend it on whatever. I found the school that I wanted to go to, and now it's 2020. Y'all know in 2020, that's when Corona happened and everything was shut down. But the only good thing that came out of coronavirus and the whole pandemic was that stimulus check. I don't fuck with Donald Trump, but that stimulus check did what needed to be done. It was literally the perfect time for me to invest in nail school. School was open, but it was only virtual. I will go more into detail about my experience. A lot of time 2020 rolled around, I had been posting my work and stuff on Facebook and on Instagram, and I actually had quite a few people asking me to do their nails. I low-key had clientele, but I was just scared and afraid to take clients because I wasn't a student. I wasn't, on track at the time to go to nail school. So I was just like, no, I don't want to do anybody else's nails. Mind you, it's peak pandemic time, so I wasn't working like a regular job. So I really did not have income. As soon as I enrolled in nail school, okay, the world is shut down. The girls want their nails done. All the shops and stuff are closed. I'm going to go mobile. And that's how I started my mobile nail business. Even though it took me 3 years to finally get enrolled in nail school, it was like everything was finally starting to happen. Now, I will do a separate video on what it was like being a mobile nail tech, because that is a whole nother video. But because I was now in nail school and on the track to becoming a licensed nail technician, I had made up in my mind that I was going to be a nail tech from that point on. I literally made a promise to myself that I would never work a regular 9 to 5 job ever again. And I'm blessed to say that ever since 2020, it's now 2023, I have not worked a regular job. I've only done nails for the past 3 years. I started my mobile nail business, and that's how I was making my money. And I really wasn't making money at the time. I was doing $50 house calls, which was so stupid and so dumb. I did a lot of things that I probably should not have done for people that I should not have done it for. But that was really like a fun time, because I got to travel all around my city, see different places, and meet a lot of people. It was fun, but it wasn't fun at the same time. I'm making a little bit of money, creating a little bit of buzz for myself. Everything was going good up until I got ready to finish nail school. Right when I got ready to leave school, my car died. And that was how I was making all of my money. I was traveling to my clients' homes and I was doing their nails. So when my car died, it was like everything stopped. I knew that I would have to find a space for my clients to come to me. So I think I went to like 3 different salons, just looking around, seeing, if anybody was hiring. They all told me no, they were not hiring. I think I posted on Facebook, if anybody knows if there's any salons hiring, let me know. One of my clients actually referred me to the place that I ended up working at and that I currently work at now. She was like, they have, other black girls working there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. So I pull up to the salon. I meet with the owner. She was very nice and she hired me. I guess that kind of brings me to where I'm at currently. I started working at the salon October 2021. Yes, that same year I got my license. It's now January 2023. So it's been a little over a year since I've been working at the salon. Unfortunately, there has been some issues that I've had at the salon, in addition to the fact that the salon owners are now wanting to go back to Vietnam. So my time at the salon will be coming to an end very soon. I'm not really sure how soon or when everything is going to happen, when I'm going to have to relocate, but I will have to relocate sometime soon. I still work at the salon. I still take my appointments as usual. Business is still going as usual, but am aware of the fact that I will have to relocate sometime soon. I'm currently working on starting a press-on nail business called Basically Pressed. You can get your press-on nails like the ones that I'm wearing right now. Yes, get into it. Nails like these will be available on my site. The site has not been officially launched yet. I'm still working on things. I will start selling press-ons very soon at basicallypress.com. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at basicallybasicnails. Also follow my press-on page, Basically Pressed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a quick but long story time just about my nail journey, where I started from to where I'm at now. I'll go more into depth about my experience at nail school, how I got my license, and all that other stuff a little bit later. Please make sure that you like this video, comment down below if you have anything at all to say, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can see Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can see all the upcoming videos that I will be posting to my channel. There will be tutorials, there will be interviews with other nail techs, there will be additional story times. Turn on my post notifications so that you're notified when I post for the next time. I promise y'all everything will be so much better in the upcoming weeks when I upload. This is my very first YouTube video ever, so I don't have the whole YouTube voice and the aesthetic down, but I promise y'all that I will get it figured out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see y'all next time. Peace, y'all. I don't fuck with Donald Trump, but that stimulus check did what needed to be done.